Good morning and welcome to another glorious day. Before we get started on today's video, wanted to say thank you to my Aunt Robin. A few weeks ago, I was talking to her about YouTube channel, what we're doing, what everything's going on. That for now, I'm just using my big camera and my phone just until we decide whether or not we actually like it. She decides to go ahead and send us a check so that we can buy a GoPro. So we've already made one video on a GoPro, which is called One Fish and a Tree. Compliments of that one right there.
Yeah.
He caught a fish on it, just like you wanted to see, Robin. So check out that one. You'll be able to see him catching a fish and everything like that, and then casting directly into a tree. Good job, bud.
Thanks.
But we just want to say thank you. Want to say we love you. So that video is already up, and then we're about to make another video. This one is going to be making an underquilt for my hammock. So thank you, and we love you. And can't wait to see you next time we come out to Missouri.
Yes.
Here is the equipment that we got. We got the GoPro, 2 extra batteries, the charging cable came with it. One of these mounts like this is already mounted in the Jeep, so you'll see some footage driving down the road, and then us. An extra mount for the bottom of it, the case itself, and then the chesty. And once again, thank you very much. Good evening. In getting ready for the Chattanooga River trip that we have coming up, I took my hammock out back, set it up in the woods a couple nights ago just to see how it would work in low 40s, high 30-degree temperature. It did not work that well. My butt got cold, so I came in about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I decided that I need to make an underquilt, and instead of buying one, I'm going to try my hand at it. So the items that we'll be using will be using a military wiggy sack, using a flat sheet, some 550 cord, and a pair of scissors, as well as the handy dandy sewing machine. We'll see how it all works. So the first thing I'm doing here, laying out the wiggy sack, measuring it right alongside the flat sheet here. My plan is to sew it right along the seam here where the zipper is, all the way down. Then I'm going to cut the zipper out, fold the flat sheet over, then sew it on the other side. So it's going to create a channel right here where the 550 cord is going to go through, and suspend it underneath of my hammock. Once again, that's in theory. Let's get started. This would be so much easier for a big industrial machine. And work with what you got. Alright, I got the first section stitched on here. As you can see, I ran it all the way down to the foot box right here. So I stitched this seam all the way up, and I did it just underneath the other seam of the zipper so that I can cut the zipper out of it in just a minute. Runs all the way up to the top like this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is fold this. Well, first I'm going to cut the zipper out, then I'm going to fold this side over to create the channel. But before I do that, I want to stitch the other side on all the way down, because when I cut and split this, I don't want all of the insides to shift down or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this seam all the way on, then I'm going to cut right in between the two. Now both sides have been sewn to just outside the zipper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the entire zipper off, and I'm going to fold this over, sew it down to make the channel. There's one zipper. There's the second zipper. Down here at the foot box, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to end up sewing. I'm going to cut these, fold over the ends to create the channels going this way, and I'm also going to cut straight down through here. I'm going to create two channels going down this way, that way everything can kind of wrap up into itself. Now I've got all the sewing done. As you can see, I've got channels down both sides that the 550 cord's going to run in and come all the way down here. It'll come out here, and then I got channels down the foot box as well, so that you can tighten it up right at the end. Now I just have to run the 550 cord through. To do that, I'll take some 550 cord, put it into the reverse handle. That one is a little bit tight on me. Let's see about this one. You might have to find a smaller handle. Yep, there it goes.
What is that rope for?
This is going to suspend the underquilt underneath of my hammock. That's what it's going to be for. So this one here.
Oh, I thought you were putting it inside the hammock.
This one here and this one here are going to come up to here and tie underneath the hammock, and this whole thing is going to hang under it.
Oh.
So what it does is the wind hits this. This will get cold, but there will be a pocket of air between here and the underside of my hammock, so my back won't get cold anymore.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Because I thought you were putting it in the hammock with you.
No, I'm not trying to get all tied up inside.
Good morning. So last night op tested my underquilt that I made. Op test sat, got down to like 38 degrees last night, and I feel great laying here in the hammock. I am going to have to make some adjustments to the sides. So where I ran the 550 cord down the edge, when I try to sit down into my hammock, the 550 cord, I can feel it like digging up in the back of my legs. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut some of that 550 cord out. I am going to place some bungee cord inside of it, so whenever I sit down over it to get into the hammock, it does allow it to move down some, but then it comes right back up. Overall, I'm extremely pleased with the outcome, and I will show you what it looks like in a few minutes.
Now, when I was getting out of the hammock this morning, I heard a rip, so I'm pretty sure that what I was talking about with the 550 cord being too tight, that one of the ends had ripped, so that's what we're going to take a look at real quick. So here was the setup last night. Here. See, this string of 550 goes through, and see how high up it is in comparison to the actual hammock itself. So when I set on it, that 550 cord that's inside pulls really, really tight. And if you look at the other end, yep, you can see right there where it ripped. So it just pulled all this 550 cord too tight whenever I was setting on it. So I'm going to have to take this down, take this back in, stitch this back together. Then this lead line that goes through the actual channel here, I'm going to cut this one, and I'm going to put some bungee cord in it, so whenever I set on it, it bungees down and then springs back up. That'll be the next portion of this project. As you can see, this was just a mock-up though. Lots of extra 550 and cord and everything hanging around. We'll take care of all that, get it all lined out, make it look good. The key is though, it worked great last night. Now that I have everything sewn back together, I've got the ends tied up to where I can just clip it on real quick.
Got the bungee inside. And give it a test. See if it works. Hopefully it just springs down and then right back up once I'm in. And it does. Perfect. Not too bad for a diesel mechanic, if I do say so myself. Got it in there. Now we're ready for the woods. Alright, got everything packed up now. I'm going to go put it all away. Now I know everything works as far as the sleeping system's good. Everything else is good to go. I also got that new Osprey Zenith 75. That thing is absolutely amazing. I've been out on a couple shakedown hikes with it. I absolutely love that pack. So if you've been watching the channel for a little bit, you've heard me talk about the Chattanooga River trip. It's coming up about 3 weeks away. March 9th through the 13th, like 11 of us going to be on the Chattanooga River. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm going to make like a 6-part series of the entire trip. Everything from pack out, load out, why I'm bringing what I'm bringing, to day by day. Each one of the days is going to be a little bit of hiking, plus it's going to be the campsite setup, fishing. Hopefully we're going to be eating some trout. Last time I was up there, we caught some rainbow trout, some brown trout, so we're going to be eating some trout as well. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, share the video. We'll see you on the trail. And once again, it's another great day.